What is up everyone, Astronaut here, and welcome back to my modded Let's Play series. Since last episode, I've been letting my automated crop farm run, or well, at least it's been running by itself, but it's been producing quite a few crops. So from here, from our storage network, we have 1,500 tomatoes, we have 2,600 carrots, 2,500 onions, and 2,500 potatoes almost. So yeah, this is working pretty well, I'd say. And because of that, I've actually used it as an opportunity to make some higher quality foods, some higher tier foods from Farmer's Delight and some of its add-ons. So I've been actually getting to use my kitchen and like the oven and the pot and everything. But yeah, in my lunchbox, we got stuff like stuffed pumpkins, beef stew, stuffed potatoes, fish stew, tacos, chicken sandwiches, a honey glazed ham, cakes, beef stew with rice, bacon and eggs, fried rice, bacon sandwiches, and bacon egg sandwiches. So there's quite a lot of stuff going on here, and yeah, it's all turning out pretty good. If you could look at my health bar, there's some regeneration going on down there. I pretty much have all these effects just because my diet's varied so much. Actually, if you open up the food book here, it shows my current food diversity is at 40. I think the max is 100, so I'd say we're doing pretty well there. And the other thing was down here. So if you remember last time, we had this area, and I did add this door here with this ice, and this is my ice box area. So this is where we do a lot of the butchering. So we have a bunch of packed ice everywhere to kind of just make it like a giant freezer, like a freezer locker thing. And then in here we have all the butchercraft items like the butcher knife, bone saw, skinning knife, and gut knife. But yeah, that's allowed me to process these animals a little bit better, and so I've been able to get quite a bit of meat out of them, and that's where a lot of the meat from my food has been coming from. Now this door over here doesn't actually lead just around here anymore to around the back. It actually goes into here where I have some villagers. And yes, I did install the Easy Villagers mod just because I was kind of tired of going back and forth, getting villagers and everything, so I just thought, you know what, why not? It's my mod pack, I can do whatever I want. Oh, and I also did go mining between episodes, so I kind of just went around scouting out some of the caves around our house because, you know, I really hadn't been down there too much, and I did find some pretty interesting things. So I killed the skeleton, and he had dropped a backpack, and inside of it were actually these two items. So there's the heart of the golem and a magnetic ring. So the magnetic ring basically does what our item magnet does, except it goes in our ring slot, and then you can toggle it on and off with the button here. So if I equip this, we can actually turn it on and off, and then it's also slightly faster. So yeah, it basically immediately picks items back up. And then the heart of the golem is cool as well. It basically just gives you armor points, and then if you don't have armor, it gives you additional armor, but it also gives you damage resistance and knockback resistance, and immunity to pressure and prickling damage, whatever those are. Unfortunately, it still lets you be vulnerable to magic damage, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So when we equip that, we get extra health, or extra armor rather, and so it's pretty neat. But yeah, now that we got our food situation more under control, there's a few things I want to do, and I kind of want to continue progression with the create mod because we did get started with that last time, and I think that was pretty cool. There's a lot more stuff we can do with it. And the thing I'm going to do next is get a power source going, because yes, we have water wheels, yes, we have windmills, but the best power source in the create mod is steam engines, and I have not built any of those in this world, obviously. And the reason for that is the fact that you actually need a constant power source for them to run, so you need to constantly be feeding them with fuel over and over again. Otherwise, they'll just stop producing power. However, there is one thing that these do accept, and that is lava. And in this world, you have the opportunity to get these giant lava lakes underground. It's basically like the mantle, and you can go down there and just pump it right out, and it will be big enough to count as an infinite lava source. So I did want to go exploring a bit more in the caves that I was discovering last time between episodes. Kind of show you guys around there, and then also see if maybe there's an opportunity for something like that. So some giant lava source down there. All right, yeah, I'm not sure where I'd find lava if I were to find it here, but it seems like we're at least going in the right direction. Oh, look at that. Huge lava lake down there. Yeah, I don't know where this is on the surface. We could obviously get our coordinates, but oh yeah, this is for sure 10,000 blocks. I think we can probably... Oh, would you look at that? It's probably going to be somewhere around here where we're going to set up this infinite lava source. And I do need to be very careful around here. But yeah, I guess I should probably find out where this is on the surface. All right, supposedly this is the block that if we dig down, we should end up right in the middle of that lava lake that we found. So I'm not going to take the fire res potion yet, just because, I mean, I'd hope there's no lava between here and at least 100 blocks or so. But yeah, I think we can at least start digging straight down from here, and we should be relatively fine. All right, that looks like where we're after. Looks like a giant pool of lava, and I don't know of any other giant pools of lava nearby that would fit the description as well. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is probably it. But yeah, I think probably the best way to deal with this situation is just take one of my bottle dimensional tears, get back to the surface, and then just drop the hose pulley down all the way and see if we can start pumping it out as an infinite source. Hopefully we can. Yep, would you look at that bottomless supply? The targeted body of fluid is considered infinite. That means we basically have infinite lava at this point. So I've got this backpack of supplies here that I think I'm going to be using to build our little power plant and a lava extractor setup. So the first thing I want to do is make a frame. So maybe a couple blocks out in this direction here. And this is probably far enough. We can probably just go this direction now. Maybe 7 blocks over. That's probably good. Then we can bring it up and connect it back here as well. Now that I've got these out here, I can probably go ahead and just make some pillars here. So everything just, you know, stays nice and supported. Then the spot in the middle here is probably going to be where the actual hose pulley is, so I may leave a gap there. And for the corners, I actually have this loaded cobblestone, which looks pretty nice. For supports, if I started with these and then went back to these ones here and just kind of kept this pattern going up as we build up here, that might look cool. I think that looks pretty good. I think it just looks like a nice support going all the way up. Let's also do the same thing on the sides here. So let's do some supports right about here. So we can bring that down just a little bit more and then do one on the other side as well. Let's do the same little framing thing in here as well. I think it worked pretty well over there. So I think we need to dig out a little bit more so we can make this platform, you know, kind of go in a little bit further. And then probably just fill in the platform. Maybe let's add a little variation in here with a few stripped logs as well. Just because, you know, break up the pattern a little bit. Maybe some spruce fences around the whole thing as well, just to enclose a little bit more. And like I said before, I think I'm gonna have a little building here, so let's maybe just start outlining that here as well. And then just, you know, fill in some of the walls. All right, now let's go back and add some texturing in here. All right, texturing is in and it's not looking too bad. All right, that's looking a little bit better. Now for a few more decorations. Start with some up here. We can place 2 trapdoors, 2 of these guys here, 2 metal brackets facing inward, and then finally some lanterns hanging off the edge. I think that looks pretty cool. I think we can do some crates around here as well. Maybe open one up, barrel here, something like that. Maybe a barrel here, and then one more crate around here. And maybe a crate inside too, because why not? Now let's flip the other way around so we can actually see the lid come off. There we go. Then maybe some poles going up here, and then we can stick on the end of them a few more lanterns just to get a little bit more lighting. Let's maybe add some trapdoors around here as well, just for some extra decoration. I think this is looking pretty nice now. I've also installed this area here because I'm planning on doing something back here. But you guys will have to wait to see that part. Now, of course, we actually have to install the whole hose pulley system here so we can actually extract the lava. So let's take this out and put it here. That should be oriented the right way. Pump here, flip that around, pipe here, and then I was thinking we could do a fluid tank here and then transfer it underneath here into the area there where we're gonna be generating some power. We can add this on the end here just for decoration. We'll have to take it off, obviously, once we actually put the hose pulley all the way down. But yeah, I think it's time to head down below here and work on some of the inner workings of the pipage and everything. So let's take our backpack and sneak on down below. All right, so I think we want the fluid pipe coming down this direction and then right into the wall here. So we can just copper casing on there to kind of clean that up a bit and then connect it all up. So everything should now be pumped into here, into the tank, and then down here, and then through the pipe here. So we've got that clean and out of the way. And we do also need to get power up here to the pump itself. So let's place a cogwheel there, and then maybe just a couple over here, and we can route the power through up here or something. Then we do need to bring the power up here now as well. So let's quickly just drop down here. Maybe light this place up a little bit because we're going to be doing a bit of work down there. And here we go. Here is the fluid pipe. So that needs to be routed. Probably gonna place a steam engine around here. Let's just clear some of this out though so we have more room to work. All right, so we got this area a little cleared out and so we can work a little better here. So I think we probably just start off by bringing up this pipe here. It's probably not gonna go all the way to the exit there because we're probably gonna want a blaze burner if we're gonna do a steam engine up here. So probably about here is fine. Then we are going to need a secondary pump to bring it in a little bit further here. So we're probably gonna route that to the power as well. All right, so I think I'm gonna place the blaze burner right here, and then we can basically just bring the power over here, and then maybe right about here we do a vertical gearbox going up here, and then we can start placing cogs around so that we can bring in water for the steam engine, which will be placed right above him here. So if I go there, 3 pipes and 3 pumps, and that should be enough. But I think we can also bring this pipe around here, and then hopefully we can connect it over here so that we can get a place to bring out lava if we end up having extra lava that we want to take for something else. So that should connect fine without interfering with any of this stuff here. So everything pretty much should be connected now. We just need to fill up the water and then finish building the steam engine up top. And then the steam engine goes here. And then can we place, I guess we can't place that there. We have to go one higher, right? There we go. Oh, and there we go. Our first steam engine has been assembled. Now, of course, to get this started, I have to actually input water and lava. And so water shouldn't be too hard because, again, we have everything we need. We just need to put the water in here and then it should constantly refill. I did have to bring this wall in 1 block, and then I'm probably gonna have to cover this back up and then maybe encase this as well, just because. All of these are now water source blocks, so once this starts running, we should be fine for water, and I think 3 should be enough to keep this constantly running. All right, so with that set up and this top here area decorated a little bit, we just have to put the straw in for the blaze burner, so let's do that so it can accept liquid coming in from the bottom. And then I should just be able to set up a temporary power source to power this in order to get it all started up. And then it should be self-sustaining after that. First thing we do need to power is actually this here so we can... That was close. So like I was saying, but crouching this time, we actually have to use this here to pump up the lava first. So that should be the first thing that gets powered. So we need to find a way to route power over there. And I think what we can do is pretty simple. I can take this here, and then I actually have this minecart contraption here, which should have room. There we go. Just a giant windmill. And then we can actually connect this up over here so that it easily is able to be powered. I'm not sure if this is going to be going the right direction, but we can always just start it up and see. Actually, if we add a rotational speed controller onto here, this should be going a lot faster now and should be still going in the same direction. Yeah, look at that. So much faster. All right, this should be at the bottom now, so we can hook this up. So instead of powering that, it should start powering the mechanical pump instead. I can place this here, and now hopefully, yep, looks like we've got our bottomless supply and the lava is being pumped in. So it looks like this should be all getting pumped in correctly. I think that may have been going too fast and actually broke the cogwheel down here. So if I place this, now it's going the right direction and lava is being pumped into here. That's good. And then we just need to connect this up here to... All right, well, it's overstressed now. Oh, and there we go. It looks like we got 16,000 stress. Is that working up above? It looks like it is. That is perfect. So now that this is running, it's producing stress, which is going down here, which should be running this whole thing. So if I were to theoretically take all this off, it still should run. It might run a little bit slower, but it still should at least run by itself and self-sustainingly. So let's just keep it like this for a little while just to double check, but it should be good. So I was thinking we're pretty much getting an infinite supply of lava from this, so we might as well store some of it up. And I think we could just add a huge tank on the side here of the building and then just route some of the piping down below so that we can get a huge tank outside here and just fill it with lava so we have lava for days. And now we got a huge supply of lava for whenever we need it. And the steam engine is still running, so I think this little place is self-sustaining. So that's pretty good. But with that, I think the power generation part of this project is finally finished. And I really do think this looks really good. I was not expecting it to turn out this well. But you may have noticed, again, there's this little section here, and it may or may not be obvious what it's going to be, but I do want to work on this now. Back here at our crafting terminal, we can actually make an elevator pulley, and this is one of the newer additions to the Create mod, but I think it's pretty cool. So if we went ahead and carved out a little bit of room in here, you can see that there's actually quite a big hill in here, and quite a bit of room for an elevator if we wanted. The first thing we need to do is actually connect this up to our power supply. So if we come out right here, this should be the back of our steam engine. Perfect. Then we can just route the power here and place the elevator pulley here and then just start having an elevator going. And before we build the actual elevator, we do actually need to hollow out this whole area. So what I've decided is I'm going to put a rope pulley on here. Then I'm just going to stick a ton of drills down here. So these should get picked up by the rope pulley once it reaches this height. And then just drill down like our mining machine did. All right, our drill's drilled pretty much all the way down to bedrock now. So let's take out these drills and build the actual elevator itself. All right, a little more detail work later, and we have finished the elevator. So let me show you guys what we've got. So first off, we actually have a display here which shows what floor it's on. So this is floor 2. I have floor 1 and floor 0. Then we can just hop into the elevator here. It's kind of a cage elevator. And as soon as we go down, let's go down to the bottom floor. Just closes right away, and we're off on our way. And look at that, we arrived perfectly down here. Oh, looks like we got a goblin trader here. Does we got anything good? Not right now. But yeah, it fits perfectly down here. We can build out maybe a little bridge, dock-ish area here. Maybe I'll raise it up by 1 block. We'll see what happens. But yeah, now we have perfect access to down here, and I may make a tunnel in one direction just so we can maybe do a little bit of mining at this level, because obviously this is a perfect level for mining diamonds at and all sorts of other good stuff. But yeah, with this setup, we basically have lava on demand. Look at that tank over there on the right hand side. We've got about 500 buckets, I think. Yeah, 504 buckets of lava in here. Plus we've got our little tank over here we can just take from whenever we need it. And we've got constant power here, so 16,000 stress units. I think we're doing pretty good on the Create mod front. But obviously this series is not just the Create mod, even though it's heavily focused on that. There are a couple other mods I want to deal with today. And the first one I want to do is Apotheosis. Now, if you remember the way Apotheosis works, or if you don't know, basically there's different bookshelves that you need to level up. And I currently just have the standard bookshelves, so I'm not getting great enchants. I can level them up to the next level and the one after that to improve my odds of getting really special enchantments or higher level enchantments of the other kinds as well. So up here is our enchanting room, and I think there's a little bit of Z fighting going on with the texture here. I'm not sure why. It might be some rendering mod I have, but let's just stand back here then. But yeah, we've got just the standard oak bookshelves, so the standard Minecraft bookshelves, and if you see, it shows that the maximum Eterna here is 15. We do have quite a bit to go because we want to get up to 50. The enchanting power is a little bit higher because we do have these bookshelves here, these books actually. But in order to increase the enchanting level, we have to make different types of shelves, like these, which require regeneration potions and blaze rods. Then we can upgrade those. We got sea shelves made from Heart of the Sea. We got deep shelves that are made from deep slate and echo shards. And finally, we got like the end shelves. So I think the first one we have to do is these ones, these nether ones. So we do need nether bricks and regeneration potions and blaze rods, which I think we can make here. All right, so I've got all the ingredients now for making the nether themed shelves here. So I've got our blaze rods, I've got nether bricks, and I've got a ton of regeneration potions. So we just need to actually get some bookshelves, and I'm probably just going to take these bookshelves here. So let's just mine up all these bookshelves here. I guess I hadn't, yeah, I guess I haven't placed down a bookshelf since I installed Apotheosis, so that's why that's doing that. But overall, we can head down to a crafting table. Here we go. And we can do 15 of these, so we should be able to get all of them. Perfect. Would you look at that? We just got the chaos of heck. All right, now we have these shelves, and I have a few extras that we aren't using because I had an extra bookshelves that were in here. But yeah, I think this is, yeah, look at that. The enchanting power is already increasing. So if I were to put something into the enchanting table, yeah, would you look at that? We can go up to level 45 and get Smite 5 and things like that. So that's pretty cool. That's going to be really useful. But we can actually take this a step further. We can infuse the shelves so that they will increase our levels. So I think what we need to do is just take one of these shelves here. And, oh, it's a pickaxe. Interesting. So I guess it's a pickaxe to mine these guys up. But we can actually place these in here. And if we get to 45, I think we'll be able to infuse these. So it looks like you have to have at least 22.5 of the Eterna here, which we are not at because we removed one of these. So if you look at this... No, we're at 22.5. Oh, 22.25. Oh, we're so close. We can probably actually, do we have any bookshelf left? I probably just use a normal bookshelf and just sub in the other shelf whenever I'm done with it. So if I were to put that in here, okay, there we go. Perfect. Now we just need to put our lapis in and we should be good to go. There we go. Introduction to Chaos. And then we can just replace that with this guy, and then we should be able to just take these one by one and do the same thing. All right, and with all that enchanting and moving things around to maximize our experience, we now have 15 of these shelves, which should be enough to get us to the next level of enchantments. So if I were to go again and put something like a sword in here, yeah, look at that. We're going all the way to level 54, and there's other stuff going on here as well. There's, you know, a huge amount of quanta, which means we should probably add some rectification here as well to minimize that. But overall, oh, also, yeah, I did turn off the shaders for this part because it was really bothering with the Z fighting on the surface here. But yeah, overall, I think we made some pretty good progress here because, yeah, the next step after that, because we can get up to, again, like level 54 or something. And in addition to that, there is one thing with Create Mod. I know I said we were going to be done with it for a little bit, but I'm sure you guys won't mind this. But there's one other item in the Create Mod that, actually a couple items that I've always found really interesting and I really do enjoy having, but I've never gotten around to making yet. And that is the copper diving boots, the copper diving helmet, and the copper back tank. And I believe we can make all three of these with the materials that we have here. So we got our copper back tank filled up and we got the rest of this here. So we should have 15 minutes of water breathing now. I may be able to enchant this with capacity, which increases even more, and then enchant all these with protection and unbreaking, obviously. And we can do some deep sea exploration at some point, which would be pretty cool. But for now, I think we've got a good amount of stuff done this episode. We've got our power supply and we got our infinite lava. So I've been having a lot of fun automating stuff to create, and we're gonna be doing that next episode as well. I think we may build a cobblestone generator and start automating everything that you can do with cobblestone. That being said, there is unfortunately no comment of the day this week because there is no comment at all. There are no comments in the last video, so yeah, no comment of the day. So if you want to be in the video, comment, I guess. But yeah, nothing this time. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day, everyone, and goodbye.